Hello and welcome to the East Lampeter Township Public Meeting. All participants are now informed that this meeting is being recorded. This meeting is also being offered virtually utilizing Zoom, which is a cloud-based platform for remote video and audio conferencing. The Zoom application is free to the public. The general public is therefore able to join the meeting by connection through the internet or by calling in by phone. The public is also able to observe the meeting on the Township's YouTube channel. Please continue to check the Township website calendar for any updates related to these public meetings. Agendas for these public meetings will also be available on the Township's website. Please be reminded that this meeting is being video and audio recorded and will be posted to the Township's YouTube channel for viewing. The meeting will now proceed with the chairman calling the meeting to order and identifying all other members present in the meeting room and those joining the meeting via Zoom. The chairman will then confirm those members joining by Zoom can be heard.
Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order. My name is Jim Everhart. I'm chairperson of East Lampeter Township Park Board. Members who are in attendance include Diane Tyson, over to the right, Chris Cretin, Frank Hollingsworth, and Bruce Hess. And we also have in attendance Tara Hitchens, Assistant Township Manager, Ralph Hutchinson, Township Manager, and Director of Public Works, Charles Ross. And okay, so the stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the republic which stands indivisible, liberty, and justice for all. Everyone read the minutes of the March 27th meeting. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Second. A second. All in favor? Okay, opposed? Motion is carried. Public concerns or comments? Is that this is your time? Public. Yeah, you would, please. Allows us to hear you a little better.
Hi, my name is Matt Rhodes. I'm currently the president of Conestoga Valley Youth Softball Association board for the time. I'm here today because we have a good program to grow. The bad problem is we don't have rings. I have the current member now, and I've heard some previous partnership with East Lampeter Park with our organization where we were allowed to use the field. I'm trying to see if we could reestablish that partnership or what it entailed. I don't have the specifics of what was worked out. What I do know is the field is associated to the pavilion, and anybody who rents the pavilion has rights to the field. We're looking to see if we could get preferential field use when it's not slated for use by a paying community member. Currently we have 3 with the closure of Smoketown Elementary, the consolidation to the middle school complex. All youth sports are run. They didn't add any youth fields to that program or to that project. So we're sharing the high school fields. There's only 2. We're sharing them with 5 teams. So like yesterday, where the high school went into 6 o'clock, we had youth teams. They needed to get a game in, and we also had youth teams need to get their practice in. The game was cut short because we can't control daylight. So we're trying to get preferential treatment to the games, but we're not able to get game time. Possibly games. So that is why I'm here today, to see if we could do that and work out some kind of partnership. We're looking. I did scout the field last year. I'm gonna come and talk to you guys about it. It's a beautiful field. Didn't look like it needed a lot of work then. It's there. So I didn't know if possibly we could revisit that partnership. That is why I'm here today.
Anybody have any questions, comments?
How often are the fields rented at night or during the week? The pavilions aren't.
So our season would be from March to the end of June for spring ball. Spring ball is our heaviest impact, and I think we have 70 kids this year for the spring. Fall ball, we may have 75% of that. We may not need it in fall ball, but that would be from August to the end of October.
These are all weekday games, or they would be weekends, mostly weekdays?
So these are Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and I think we only ever use it as a practice field. Depending on the condition, I think the backdrop would need to be worked on because some of the bottom of the fence curl into the field, maybe a safety hazard. I don't know if we can have games there, but we could definitely use it for a practice field. Is there anybody here that is familiar with the arrangement maybe about 5 years ago we had with the board, or you guys pretty much?
The CV Baseball Association, there was a girls' team that came there. It was a traveling team. It was an independent team, but I don't think I was associated with Conestoga Valley per se. Those girls were from all over Lancaster and Lebanon.
Like a travel team.
It was a travel team, yeah.
So that silver gang box there was actually purchased by us, I was told. I don't think the locks, the comments that we know for those locks currently, so it's repurposed for someone else or someone else's use. I'm assuming it's abandoned property at that time. We didn't get back.
Sure, if the drags are still in there, had drags there too. I'm sure if they're selling it.
Or talk with work superintendent to see what it's all in there. I think it's field equipment, bases, stuff like that. But
So did the baseball already have, they already try to get access to that?
Baseball?
Yeah, the baseball house.
No, baseball hasn't because, well, one, because for a lot of the kids, it's field's too small, and
It's a skin field. It's
it's a softball field.
It's
basically.
I'm running behind everybody else. Lockers, gobbling on every field they can, the front lines everywhere. Baseball, I know they're that's only the true softball that looks really decent in this area. That we know about.
Sure.
School district said you can't use something.
I'm just under assumption that they're all baseball fields. We never.
Sorry, you mentioned.
I'm just, yeah. For baseball, getting real hungry looking for fields too. I find myself competing for the same fields baseball.
I think baseball's still using Smoketown, but they're making the assumption that they're going to be forward
They're looking to.
season. Yeah.
So we only really have outside the school, which is at Western. We have a good partnership with them for the long season. But that's a little kids field, and that's where we do 10U practice. But since we had to move some of the 10U well to the varsity JV field, we don't have enough time today. There's no lights in the field, so we're limited for practice time, for daylight savings time, and it's really impacted. Really can't get the practice. I think some teams only had 2 practices when games start this week.
Request a little about the Talmadge Park field, because I don't think anybody, that's still there. It's not, it needs a permit.
Is that the one where their pavilion is?
Well, they have the one up at the municipal building is what they're using, but then there's also a field right at, I guess it's called Westerl Park. Or
Yeah. To get flooded and it's not, well,
It's not, it needs work. Play there. She was growing up, Field. I've never seen anybody using that one. So that, I mean, it's sure it's probably worth next year putting a crew together to see if they'd be willing to let you fix it up for use.
Yeah, that'd be the thing, trying to get, if you can get somebody to help you do that kind of thing, because that's how these fields up here came to be.
Mhm.
And then I remember we did Diane.
Yeah, we did.
up here, is it Clark right here?
Church.
That's our kids, that's when our kids started.
Sure, we were.
They didn't want us to use it, but then they said they're doing a construction project there, so it would not be a long-term thing, so we didn't, that would have needed.
Oh, across the Locust Grove. Yeah, we were talking to the ones right here behind Deaf Mennonite Church. Over here next to the
Yeah,
park.
there's 2 fields.
Yeah. Oh, so they're gonna plant, they're gonna do something in there.
I think it was Clark.
Yeah, Clark.
Yeah.
They're talking about baseball, which is back here.
Okay.
They're talking Clark as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I was wondering what Clark was gonna do with that, if they leave you to do something.
That was a beautiful field too. Need a lot of, so, yeah, they said they're tearing it here soon.
I mean, in general terms, we don't get a whole lot of reservations during the weekdays.
Usually, I'm sorry, usually in June when kids are out of school or family picnics or
Yeah.
businesses.
Yeah, we're sensitive to that, so I think we arranged a way. It was on us to check the schedule, and we would, if our people showed up and our people there, we would have to leave. I believe you guys have a calendar or something that we could reference and plan in advance. Season will end first week in June. The playoffs start mid-June. We won't need any playoff stuff here.
They're really only talking a couple more
Yeah.
weeks
Yeah.
for this year and then looking for next two.
I don't think it started really as next month. The float the high school, like the situation we had last night, or if we had to kind of do it. Wait till next year.
Don't have any problem committing this year, but
Yeah.
starting next year. We're looking to start a recreation program here. That may be subject to there might be a lot of changes in East Lampeter based on what's happening with the recreation program. So I would say for this year, I would have no problem with it, but I wouldn't have.
Just have to
maybe
do
changes for this year.
insurance. You know, to supply your insurance to the township if you're playing there, especially for games.
Well, if they have. Sure.
Just have a good.
Yeah.
So not affiliated with, we do have a certificate.
I'm sure to use the high school field you have.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, we do.
So all we need to do is communicate what dates are already used up
Yeah. Yes.
and work around those things with.
I think, as Mr. Rose presented, it would be the correct way to do it is have them check with us rather than our staff having to contact you.
Right, yeah.
So would there be a lead time kind of a thing there? I mean, is it, you call the day of to find if it's available, or are we saying we would know longer in advance than that?
I was assuming you guys would know in advance, like a week prior, if we checked the calendar.
It's
We
kind
would be able to do a week.
I think we need to have some kind of lead time that works, because otherwise people are chasing themselves. Got all people showing up with cars and it's not gonna work.
And
There'll be a lot of
if
frustration.
there's a last minute addition, then we would leave. We would have to leave.
There was a baseball team that showed up there yesterday at 3:30. Field was open, they used it. You know,
Well, that's the thing. I thought we should ask for permission. So if there is somebody else on the field, then that was the game. What's the course of action that we would need to know?
Well, that's where the preferential treatment issue comes in. If we're gonna do this, I think we need to put up a sign or something that says from this time to this time is reserved for so-and-so, unless you have prior risk. You've made prior. So
It's
not in conflict with each other. Rather have it used every day than no days, so.
The other. question. Yeah, sure.
this year.
Yeah.
At this point, that makes
So
sense.
for next year, would you recommend we come to the board another meeting before our season starts, like in January, or should we come sooner than that?
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some help in place. I don't know.
Well, I would assume when we get a recreation director that they would be in touch with the youth organizations. Wouldn't they? I mean, just to get the lay of the land of what's already happening and where and how it fits into here.
I think stating your intentions early is a good idea.
And if you realize, right, we're right in the middle of forming an East Lampeter Township Recreation Association, which would be in charge probably most of all this stuff, and that's what you'd be going through. You know, and that until next year, that'll be enforced, I would assume.
Is that a partnership we could have too, or is that just for East Lampeter?
Just East Lampeter.
But that's all I wanted. But yeah, if we can get it.
We wanted it for everybody, but
Lake Hawkins.
It's not that we didn't try.
try, West Vermont and Upper Lake Hawk involved.
Free to lobby them.
And change is going, this girl has a guy. But they're probably some stuff. So I think that's kind of similar. I'm from earlier. So that's what you guys did here.
Well, the other thing I would say too is, I do like the idea of accommodating a group like this if we can. So, you know, the question is going forward, it's just a question of, you know, time and resources, but I think long term, yeah, I mean, I like the idea. So, I mean, it's like,
Well, I want to say these girls play hard. They don't get the looks baseball kids get, the boys get, you know, these kids play for high school. They play for trying to get into college, but after college, there's really no place for softball. So these years really impact I have two girls, they've been in the program. So, I mean, this is something that is really, they deserve a shot too, to have that, to play baseball, says me. Just the real estate that I'm trying to work, with school, trying to get some other arrangements made there long term. But what's daily state.
so, yeah. I'd like to work with them in the future. It's just a question of, yeah, I mean, there'll be a lot of balls in here next couple of years, but that's, you know, that's just a little confusion for the beginning, but that's, I think will be.
If you look to do it, or what maybe you have the parents, and every couple of years they change, so it's hard to get any kind of continuity going with anything. But there may be some places in the area that you can talk to. You talk to Clark over here. I know the place I went to church down in Paradise. They used to have a baseball field up at the top of the hill behind there, and there's plenty of room for a softball field up there. But there's nothing there now because nobody ever used it, so they just let it grow over. Maybe some place like that would be willing to.
And that's what we have with the old. My oldest with Leo pool.
Yeah.
There, when we went looking at the fields, soccer playing lines all over the place. I'm assuming. Okay, that would need a lot of work too.
Yeah.
We're so it would be if people have that know-how. So we don't have ability to do it. So that's how we have to do it.
The parents are what they do anymore, assuming they're not willing as it used to be to help.
Drew Barker was definitely the one that was very well kept. I think it's playable. It was definitely one that were interested at the top. So
Good.
who would be the person that I would be working directly to get the insurance squared away with this good?
Liability insurance, yeah, I'll get you.
I really appreciate you guys considering something I'm pretty excited. I would be this my last year. So yeah, so see if this will be. So whoever takes my place, let them know we have to get it early next year, or at least see what direction you guys are headed in the bill.
I'd say January for sure. Down.
Yeah, I know when the other girls team play back here, sometimes they contact us in September or October the year before and saying we'd like to put a request in for next year or something, but you know, but they never used it. They got the use of it, then they might have used it maybe once or twice a year. There's other teams been coming there now. They just go on the field and start using it and playing it. They have no prior authorization. I really don't even know if they're from the township or where they're from. Some of them come from the city. And some of those teams that come and just go in there and play. It's from a school somewhere, but I don't know which one. It's some kind of Christian school.
Yeah, that was kosher just to show up as an organization. So that's why I wanted to talk to you guys.
Yeah, that's good.
When you plan on starting?
So if we can definitely get it okay, we can probably definitely use it for overflow for practice for sure for next month until high school lets out. So we could have a 10U team there. I'd have to tell you the days. I can tell you the days.
Yeah, if you put it in an email.
Or it'll be the 10U team product that we over there. Sean was he's the coach. He asked me to actually approach you guys. He was involved back when our organization had it. And he did take his travel up there all the times. He said he had that worked out with you guys, so.
It's good.
All right.
All right, good. Thank you. I mean, I don't know whether we need a
motion on this?
I was gonna say, do we need a formal motion on it or anything like that?
Make one just.
Okay.
See all in favor. Yes.
Fine.
But, yeah, we're.
Charlie.
Yeah,
Consider a free rec program with any space for us as well. It's a good, like I said, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
We just need to find places for people to put them. So I really appreciate your guys' time. I'll be reaching out to you.
Some like five pictures, but township name is additional, show also even exactly. Yeah. Yep, that works.
Thank you, everybody. Your time.
thanks for coming.
Take care.
Yep. Yep, okay. All right, nobody else, and we don't have anybody online.
Yeah.
So, sure, check. Okay. Reports, recreation,
The only thing we just say, there is other teams that are coming in there and using it, but they're just mostly practicing. I haven't seen anybody come in and play games yet, but they're just for practicing and not interfering with anybody. Again,
Yeah.
back there, it's pavilion rented, they have to leave. That's what it's.
There's a girls team, a baseball team that came in yesterday, so, but Christian Academy or something.
I knew it, it's the second or third time. I don't know what it is, which one it is, but they just came and started using it.
Yeah, they came in on a bus and you guys got off the bats, backpacks and went right to the field.
Do we need to post anything for this? As far as preferential treatment?
Yeah.
So we don't have a conflict with somebody showing up on a bus?
I think it's a good idea.
Something like field not available between these hours.
Right.
I'd have to wait till the schedule, we get the schedule.
You know, I mean,
Jeez. I'm just saying if we post a sign, we might prevent some conflict.
yeah, anything that does that. It occurs to me that this might, that developing an inventory of some of the fields might be something that we would want our recreation director.
Well, it's in the report, it's in
The plan.
the plan, the recreation plan that we did is there's maps and.
Yeah, I mean, but does that have all of them in? Does that have?
It does.
Okay. Okay, it's been a while since I read it, so that's good. Good to know. Okay.
We don't have a problem because we actually don't have any more fields or any place for fields right now in the area to do anything, you know. The existing fields are very limited.
Well, you know, but yeah,
Most are taking over fields that they had.
yeah.
Their sports are growing much faster than baseball and softball.
All right. Okay, anything else for recreation? Okay, grounds, buildings and trails.
Troy's done his spring fertilizing. And that's all based on, we take soil samples for our MS4 program or permit. So the right calculations and everything's put down according to what these soil samples come to. He's in the process, we're trying to move the parking from Mill Creek Road underneath the tunnel there. So we actually made a little parking area at Gibbons Park with some concrete blocks and stuff like that to give the people somewhere to get off the road and not park along Mill Creek Road. So to try to avoid all that, post a sign, give the address where parking's available. Then, but we'll also have signs posted at Gibbons that this area is subject to flooding. So there's no liability there. That's in the process now.
There's concrete barriers, those concrete, like center things are inside the gates now. Is that going to be open that far?
Where you see them lined up,
Yeah, that's gonna be the parking area.
AEP cars in there. We don't want them driving way back in.
Areas up so they don't go back there.
It's gonna get moved back.
Oh, the gate's gonna get moved.
Yeah, it's gonna be moved back to the end of the blacktop there.
Okay. So you have to close it every day. It'll be closed all the time. You have to walk around.
Yep.
Trail or something for people that they, like, assuming people are fishing, using that to fish, I mean, can they walk from the? It's an easy,
Yeah, you know, maybe 3 times a year. But at the other part where
Treat them where they don't want.
yeah, kind of with
Well,
people walking out. So they had paths formed up there, so everybody's gonna know where to walk. The train at Community Park is being repaired. They're just fixing the last piece today. Kids play on that hard, it breaks. So repaired that over the weekend or over the winter. Letters for flower donations will be going out this week. Pickup date is scheduled for May 21st. So we can have all the flowers in the ground for Memorial Day weekend. Which is a job and a half, but the guys handle it.
Who all those go to? I forget. The letters for the,
6 or 7 different greenhouses around. Get you a list.
I'm just curious.
They're all in the township.
Yeah, we don't go outside the township. I mean, it's the same ones we did last year. But yeah, if you want, you can scan the list, we send
I
everything.
just didn't know whether you send something to like Lowe's or someplace like that. Where they might be interested in getting rid of the leftovers.
I think Walmart got rid of a bunch of them a year or 2
That
ago.
would make sense. That they get to the end of their season and they just want to go.
Yeah.
And get a community attaboy at the same time.
Yeah, look, it's in Lancaster City too. So,
Okay,
but Walmart's in.
Past the line.
Walmart.
makes sense.
Other than that, parks are open.
Okay.
The rentals are coming in. Just talked to one of the ladies at the front desk today and they're getting swamped with reservations.
Did they ever put that sign in here from the library down there that people were going to come do a sign with the directions or whatever that they were gonna, wasn't that through the
They
library?
haven't contacted Troy yet from my knowledge. It's sometime in May.
Okay.
That way the kids have it for the summer.
Mhm. Okay.
You know, just, I don't know if it has anything to do with it. Remember they came, they were gonna have the Easter egg hunt and all that stuff, and they were, Easter egg hunt they were gonna have, and the towing companies and stuff, they were gonna advertise or something like that. I never saw any advertising.
I think it poured.
I saw. So there were tow trucks back there. They had that Easter egg hunt with 2 or 3 different towing companies. They knew about it, but I guess, you know, if they were advertising enough, there was like 2 or 3 different towing companies back
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I think one. I just have to be, wasn't how much this month, but that morning I could take a shower and I saw there were a couple of tow trucks back here.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Anything else? Nothing else for our grounds buildings and?
No, sir.
Okay,
The engineer working on the pavilion location up at Lafayette Tower.
good. Check that out. All right, as far as the recreation program and our recreation director.
Yes, I'm pleased to inform you that we've interviewed, we offered the position's been accepted.
All right.
It's very, very fresh. So don't know if the individual informed their current employer yet, so not in a recorded, open, public meeting, gonna go over much more. Very
Anticipating a start,
the end of May, so the 28th of May is the start date.
Similar position you have now, or is this something totally new to that? This similar position this person would have now, or is it something new to them?
Oh, you mean the person?
Yeah, the person.
Yeah, how are they holding now?
It is a very well qualified person.
Okay. Good. Excellent.
More in the come, but
Yeah,
yeah,
good.
very good about it.
That's good. Well, we look forward to having somebody on board and working with this person. That'll be great. Good. Okay. Well, congratulations. Thank you.
Yay, that's
That one.
Yeah. Now Upper Laycock will want to come in now. Well, never know.
Programs, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. It's good. Any old business?
Yep, I got one. Just
Okay.
humorous story about the mini disc. So I think Charlie originally put 12 in, 12 mini disc in. So it went down. And then a week after that, it went up and we had 13 mini discs.
We found 5 in the shop, so I put them.
Okay, because today I checked and there were 9. So I just thought one day it was 13. I said, well, we were procreating and we were growing mini discs, but
Yeah, you found someone. I said, take it.
okay, so anyhow, we had 9 of today. And the sign that was on the box at the 18th green, the sign came off. So maybe put a new sign or paint it on, maybe. I don't know if you can stencil it on. But it seems to be, the idea was to make sure people return them.
Yeah.
And it seems somewhat to be holding its ground a little bit.
Yeah. We're not losing as many as we were.
We're not losing as many as we were.
That's.
Volatile with the stock.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Any other old business? New business? New business, okay. No public comment? We still don't have anybody in the queue there? Okay. All right, okay,
I make a motion to adjourn.
okay. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.